talk of Sioux Falls. 1140 KSOO.
3:33 here on the Patrick Lalley Show on 1140 KSOO. Coming up tomorrow, the Folk Off and Rib Challenge out at Straw Bale Winery. Music starts at 10. That's out by Renner. Enjoy a day of music, wine, beer, and barbecue. The Red Willow Band is the big evening performer. That'll be fun, but there's contests for musicians and barbecuers and all kinds of good stuff. You're going to want to catch the Red Willow Band. The proceeds benefit the Boys and Girls Club of the Sioux Empire and the South Dakota Friends of Traditional Music. 15 in advance, 20 at the gate. Tickets at brownpapertickets.com or just stop by the Straw Bale. At this time each day, we come out of the P&L statement. We get into 3:30 and things really start to groove here. I like to bring in one of the group of acquaintances that I have, these accomplices of mine through the years who help me sort of get through the day, news of the world, bits of wisdom, and the occasional joke. It's the Weird Friend segment. And today's Weird Friend, calling in all the way from the fantasy land we like to call the Black Hills. It's the Buffalo Maiden. Maiden, you sent me a very odd text yesterday with a picture of Santa in it. Custer's, wacky. It's a wacky place where you operate your fine restaurant. But Santa, what's going on? I don't get it.
Hey, we're not wacky. Santa Claus was here, and he was visiting. He needs a little vacation. He left his business card, and he said, he's taking a break from making toys, but he'll be back up in the North Pole quite soon and getting back to work. So it's nice to know that even Santa Claus gets a vacation.
He likes to vacation in the lovely Black Hills, apparently.
He does. He was our sighting of the week so far. But that's a pretty big sighting to have Santa Claus in your restaurant.
That's weird. So you're gearing up for the rally, I bet. It's right around the corner. We're
gearing up for the rally. We're gearing up for the end of July. It's been quite a. It really kicked into gear here, and so the people are coming. It's solid tourism. We got almost 4 inches of rain.
Really?
I don't like to brag because there's so many people in a drought, but it was a blessing. It would be nice to not have it all in an hour.
Yeah.
But it was a blessing.
So, but how are the fires? There's been some fires right around there, hasn't there?
Yeah, there were some tragic ones where grass fires that took a life. So that's kind of sad. It is very sad. But so far, with this rain, anything has to be destroyed at this point. I see the fire trucks running all the time. I assume that they're just going for small fires.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey.
Kind of a daily thing here, fires, where on your side of the state it's probably not.
Not yet. It gets bad when it gets really dry, and windy. It's the wind.
Yes, you have wind.
The speaking of Santa, and his vacation in the Black Hills, you're known for having the best spots to hang out in the Black Hills, right?
The best what?
The best spots, the best hideaways out there in the Black Hills.
Yes, and that's why Santa was here. He was up at Devil's Bathtub, taking a little sponge bath up there, which is now becoming quite the hangout area. There was an article in the Rapid City Journal, again, talking about social media and how it's destroying the secret spots of the Black Hills. And there are so many fabulous spots to see that publicly the tourists can go to that are maintained.
Yep.
But then there's so many fun spots to see as locals or as South Dakotans or as natives that we like to enjoy without craziness. And because of social media, because pictures and people saying this is how to get there and tweeting and everything, these places are getting discovered.
So it's bad because when you go there, or I go there then, when you show me these places, there could be somebody from, Virginia or whatever, right?
Well, not somebody, somebody. There's usually, and the destruction that happens, people that find these places, honor these places and keep them quiet. There used to be Cascade Falls Springs, where it was a natural hot springs down by Hot Springs, where we could just go and swim in these beautiful warm springs without any interruption, and now it's all built up and and there's damage and so that's kind of a negative. People just don't respect. I don't get that. I don't get how you don't respect the land around you, the place around you, the people around you. But Hippie Hole is another one.
Hippie Hole?
Hippie Hole.
Oh, no.
We used to, only a few people, throughout it's been there forever.
I don't want you to tell me where it is, but what is it?
I'm not going to tell you where it is.
What is it?
It's just a beautiful area with a little bit of falls and some jumping, some rocks, and it was so secluded you could be the only person out there. And now there's graffiti, kids, destruction. It's same as Jeni Gulch. Jeni Gulch was such a great place to just go and lay in the water in a little hideaway in Pactola, and that got so ruined. People, with the beer bottles and the destruction that it got closed for a while. The area.
So you had mentioned that Jim Hagan was in this article, and he's the director of tourism right now. I can't remember what.
Correct. Oh yeah, he's the tourism and the arts. Of South Dakota.
Yeah. So what's there? I mean, is there a solution here? Obviously, you're not going to stop social media.
His solution is it's not going to go away. So social media is not going to go away. People are going to go to Poets Table, and they're going to build these, fire pits, and they're going to build these shelters. So as long as they're going, we should go as a state and maintain these areas. Now, you also have to get the Forest Service involved as well, because some of them are on Forest Service, some of them are state property, some of them are private property, like Cascade Falls. So his thing is, let's take over these places, let's maintain them, and then hopefully people will start to respect and understand these areas, which I get. But I also get is that we can't give in all the time. I think there has to be some education and with local people to take some pride in these private areas and keep them to ourselves.
Yeah, just keep it a secret. But the other thing is, if they start doing that, you can't keep up with that forever, right? And it costs money every time you go up there and put in some, shelters or what have you, and garbage.
I think it has to go along the lines of the Spearfish Canyon. The people coming up in arms. A lot of people want that developed into a park. A lot of people don't. And if we put it into a park system, then it becomes maintained. Rough Lock Falls is an example. It used to be just a nice little getaway. Now it's a trail with several. It's beautiful. They've done a great job. So I'm not saying to take away from these places. I'm just saying we don't need to exploit every unique part of the Black Hills.
Right. And the other thing is, there's an ethos in the hills that says, the state shouldn't be involved in everything, all the land, and controlling what goes on and who goes where. That sort of runs against the grain of folks out there as well, doesn't it?
Yes.
And
I mean, it's a interesting situation. Let's just take away cell phones. I mean, now we can get some cell phone service out in the hills.
Yeah, that's good.
Like, don't keep bringing that up, because then people can take these pictures and tweet their friends or send their text messages where I'm at, blah blah blah.
Yeah. Drop a pin.
I just think there has to be a responsibility of the people that live here to say, okay, we're going to just kind of keep this beautiful area to ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, you plug the restaurant. Go ahead. This is where you plug the restaurant.
Wait, nope, I'm good.
No, plug it.
Plug the restaurant?
Plug the
Sage
restaurant.
Creek Grill?
Yeah.
We are so busy right now, Sage Creek Grill. We're getting ready for the Buffalo. No, excuse me, not the Buffalo. Our Buffalo is here. We're getting ready for the rally.
Yeah.
It's going to be crazy, I think, but I don't think it's going to be that crazy.
Really? You think it's going to be down a
that
little
if you
bit?
wanted to come out on your bicycle, you'd be fine riding through the crowd.
Well,
we'll even save you a spot in front where you can park that little bike.
Oh, that would be great.
You should come see it. It's about time.
I can't make myself go out there during the rally. It's not for me. You know that. That's not.
I know it's the crowds. People say they don't want the crowds, but I don't think it's going to be the crowds. We got Ozzy Osbourne, we got Rat, we got big names coming. We don't have Garth Brooks for 9 nights, but
that would be a good time to leave. By the way.
That will be. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Craziness over there.
I
can't believe that.
No, it's wonderful. It's gonna be outstanding. It's gonna be a huge deal. Hey,
Yeah.
what's on the?
I wish I still had my restaurant over there.
What's
Anyway.
on the menu? What's the special today? Just
The
for me.
specialty, well, I'm just stirring up the chicken fricassee, which is a Jamaican dish, which is so wonderful and unique. And we've had the fortunate to have Jamaican cooks throughout the last couple of summers doing an exchange program.
Yeah.
And so it's got spices and too many jalapenos, I think, at this point of the game. I'm still tasting it, but for the Midwest people who think pepper's hot.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that sounds wonderful. Buffalo Maiden, thanks for giving us a few minutes here. I know you're busy, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Yes, next week it's going to be loud, so maybe I'll stand in the street and you can
don't
hear the
do that.
motorcycles go by.
That's bad radio. Coming up next, we're going to talk to Madeline Shields. She's a development marketing director for the banquet, and she's going to tell us about some increases in service that they're doing. This is the Patrick Lalley Show on 1140 KSOO.